Hello there, you have reached episode 7 of the intersection of queer identity and punk music. If you've stuck around, thanks so much. Today we're going to be talking about another huge inspiration of mine, the fabulous Laura Jane Grace, frontwoman of Against Me. Against Me started as a solo act, just Laura and her guitar back in 1997, and it later expanded to a fuller lineup. Like prior examples, Against Me's music covered a lot of reactions to different topics, and all of it highlights Laura's skill at turning her personal experiences and reflections into calls for action and social change. In May of 2012, Laura came out as a transgender woman via Rolling Stone article. When a friend of mine posted the article to my Facebook wall, my brain immediately screamed the lyrics of The Ocean from 2007 Against Me album Music. If I could have chosen, I would have been born a woman. My mother once told me she would have named me Laura. Although I don't usually bring up personal examples in these videos, I do have to say that the timing of Laura coming out felt magical to me. I'd been listening to her music for a long time, and had also just come out as trans in March of 2012. I was lucky enough to have had a conversation with her over Facebook where she discussed how a psychologist had assigned her the label true trans in order to be able to gain access to gender-affirming treatment. We talked about how fucked up that was, but being the badass that she is, she reclaimed it in her song True Trans Soul Rebel off the album Transgender Dysphoria Blues. Between Laura's public coming out and music about her experiences, it is safe to say that Laura had a grand impact on the queer community at large. But her contributions don't stop there. She also had a short video series where she talked about her life after coming out and meeting and speaking with other transgender people. In 2016, she also released a book cultivated from journal entries over the years. It synthesizes how her music correlated with her personal experiences at the time, before and after coming out. Additionally, Laura has been fearless in the face of discrimination. For example, North Carolina in 2016 passed House Bill 2, which barred transgender individuals from using public bathrooms that correspond with their gender identity. Local governments were also not allowed to pass laws that override HB2. While pop musicians such as Nick Jonas, cisgender individuals not affected by the law, canceled their shows in solidarity, Laura, directly affected by HB2, decided that the show must go on. Raw, unfiltered punk rock angst was fueling her protest against the bill as she burned her birth certificate on stage, saying, "Bye, gender." Follow-up interviews by many sources throughout the coming months after the bill was passed revealed that Laura believes visibility is more important than ever, to go there and have the platform of a stage to stand on and speak your mind and represent yourself. Laura continues to use the stage as a platform of activism. She has collaborated with queer and women artists such as Tegan from Tegan and Sarah, Joan Jett, and Miley Cyrus. As discussed in episode 5 about Green Day, Against Me toured with Green Day shortly after Trump's election. When my pal and I saw her play last month, she talked openly about her experiences, reflecting about how amazing it was to hear everyone cheer when she said, "I am a transgender woman," and she connected with other trans people in the audience on a trans culture level by wearing her Dysphoria hoodie on stage, as well as by connecting with the audience through a mental health check-in. We also had the unreal experience of talking to Laura before the show, where my buddy mustered the coherence and confidence to explain just how much Laura had impacted our political ideologies and our queer identities. Buddy, you know who you are. Shout out to you. Laura, if you do see this, thank you so much, again. Laura Jane Grace is yet another example of someone for whom queer identity and punk music came together in the beautiful form of visibility and activism. As this series continues, I can't wait to continue exploring additional examples of these intersections. If you know of an artist who hasn't been covered yet, please drop your suggestions in the comments and perhaps you will see them explained in a future video. In the meantime, remember to share, like, and subscribe. Till next time.